How many we got in there?
1, 2. Let me check. You bought 3. I've got 3 of them. Come on, man, let's go.
The fridge is broken. It's got up there is like, it's some sort of dent. As you can see, it's like not straight. And it won't close. Tommy,
What?
it's like wiggling and digging.
Switch it up, Mom.
You know, it's got like weird legs. What's going on in the middle seat then?
Monkey.
It's got a seatbelt on, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry if you can hear the dogs in the background, as usual. I say this all the time. But they've been playing with the ball and they're a bit exhausted, and it's so hot today. As you can see by my face, I'm a little bit red. We're just having another one of those kind of weeks where it's going to be really hot. I took the kids to the beach yesterday and it was lush down the beach. Actually, it was so nice because I had a day off and I thought we'll go down. Oh, it was just lush. I'm a little bit red today. I'm going to go in the garden today. I've got loads that I need to do in the garden. From what I spoke about last week, I haven't really been in the garden and I'm not going to let it affect us. Like you'll see on my last video, if you haven't watched it, I'll leave it linked below. You'll see what I mean. But I'm just gonna go in the garden. I'm gonna enjoy this weather. I'm gonna put a paddling pool out for the kids, and while they're playing in that, I am going to do my vegetable patch. Sorry if you can hear Arlo snoring in the background. Bless him, he's so cute, but he's having a little nap. So my garden is driving us insane. Me sunflowers and dahlias have went a bit wild and they're just overtaking each other. I've got bricks all over because I'm wanting to make a path around my raised beds, and I got them off Marketplace for free, but I don't have enough to go around the garden. My kind of pea bed, I ripped out all of the peas and stuff like that, and now beetroot is actually thriving. My tomato plants are a mess. There's no support on them. They're falling all over. I think from what people have said to us when I've asked for help, they've got blossom end rot. So they're just going mushy and rotten before I'm even picking them, which is driving us insane. Sorry, that's Axel. I've got potato pots just scattered around the garden. My pumpkin patch, oh my god, I love my pumpkins. This is the first year that I've ever grown pumpkins and I love them, but all of the leaves have started dying off and going yellow. I don't know if this is normal, but I'm going to have to cut them back. Maybe it'll just help the pumpkins grow. I don't know. I've got a raised bed that's still not in use, which the cat thinks is his. The rhubarb patch is still growing wild. Oh my god, I love this patch. And it's special to us as well because it came from my nana's rhubarb patch, but I really need to harvest it. The garden's just a mess. The grass isn't grown properly. We've got some turf for one side of the garden and the dogs have just destroyed it when they're weighing on it. And even though I go out and water it loads, I put grass seed down, it's just not coming back. Honestly, the garden's just driving us insane because there's so much to do. It's just a mess. To be fair though, I know the garden is a little bit of a mess, but I am a mum of 3 kids and 2 dogs, like they're 2 kids themselves, and I feel like I've actually done quite a lot with the garden this year. From what the garden looked like from last year, moving me 2 little raised beds to now having, I think, is it 6 raised beds, a greenhouse, loads of pots of vegetables. I'm actually really proud of myself for what I've done. Even though I look at the garden as being a bit of a mess, I try not to give myself too much of a hard time because there is loads that I've done, and I do compare myself a little bit to other people on social media when I see their content, and I'm like, oh wow, look at this, blah blah blah. But you can only do what you can do, like in the time that you have, and your motivation and weather and life, you know, like family and all of that. And I'm well proud of myself, like pat on the back, do you know what I mean? Look at them. I've just thinned out my carrots with Tommy and I'm so chuffed. Imagine what they're going to be like in a couple more weeks or however long that they take now that I've thinned some out. I mean, there's still more that I could thin out, but imagine what the big ones will be like. Oh, they smell lush. I grew these. I grew my own carrots and I am so proud of myself. Right, I've thinned out the rhubarb patch. This is what I'm left with, and I'm going to leave this here. I think from what I've learned from my nana, you have to leave some rhubarb on the plant to feed it for the plant for next year. I honestly don't think my plant's going to have any issues for next year because it was 2 tiny little crowns that I planted this year and it's just thrived, honestly. I'm so blessed. I'm just snapping off all of the leaves and stuff, stick them in my compost bin, which is absolutely chock-a-late. I don't know what to do. It's just so full and I'm thinking, do I get a second one? But where am I going to put a second one? And do I want 2 compost bins in my back garden? Even though they're not causing any smell and stuff like that, I don't know. I just worry about the stupid little things. The pumpkin patch, I am snipping off all of those dead leaves. These pumpkins, like who knew that pumpkin leaves and that was spiky? They've got all these little spikes in that stick in your fingers. Yes, I'm not wearing gloves, but I just went with it. But yeah, they're not the most comfortable things. Even the kids won't go near them. They just don't like them. I'm harvesting my potatoes. I basically just put the buckets and pour them into a bag for life. I haven't got a lot of potatoes this year. Like, well, I've got a lot, right? But I don't have like big ones. But I think they'll be good for like salad potatoes and stuff like that. I think next year for the potatoes, I'm either going to grow them in bigger buckets, row bags, or I might even just build some raised beds for the potatoes in particular. I've collected some more worms from all of the potato soil and stuck them in these little worm worlds. The ones that we had in there were tiny and we couldn't see them. You basically keep the worms for like 4 weeks and then you let them go back into the wild. So we'll be going back soon.
I don't think anyone's taking care of it. Look at it, it's dumping all rubbish here, everywhere. It's actually good, but Mom, how is he not greenhouse?
I know.
Look my guy. Look my guy. You probably that is. Oh yeah, Mom. Mom. Oh yeah.
Secret doors. Come on, Alu. What? We've just come back from like a walk with the dogs and the kids and we went blackberry picking. Ooh, I got so many blackberries and they were really big blackberries as well. Really, I think it's early for blackberry season. I think it's early for blackberry season. Years ago, I'm sure it was like September time, but now it's like August and they are huge. There's some allotments that Craig will walk through with the dogs. He doesn't go like into the allotment plot, but he'll walk next to them. I didn't know that he was walking through there and I was like, why are you not taking me there? Like, I am so desperate for an allotment and I want to have a look around. So I made him take one, and there was like 2 paths. There was the path that walked like along next to the allotment and there was loads of blackberry bushes, and that's where he was like, yeah, we'll go here. And I was like, you see that gate over there? I was like, that gate's open and that takes you into the allotment. So obviously we had to go in. And I couldn't really see people's allotments properly because they were like, it was like really high gates and they were all like boarded up, you know, so you couldn't go in. They had little doors with padlocks on. It was like some sort of little hobbit place. It was so cute. But I seen like a couple of them that weren't. One of them was an untouched allotment. It had glass and everything on it, but they were really small. They looked smaller than what I would class as like a half a plot. I don't know whether my imagination when I've seen stuff on the internet is like huge plots, but they just looked a bit small. So yeah, I don't know. But I couldn't see all of them, but people were growing like cabbages and apple trees. So anyways, we walked down the path which was right next to the allotments because I wanted to have like a little mooch, and we just headed down to where the blackberry bushes stopped. Oh my god, there was like so many blackberry bushes, like, and these blackberries were massive, and there's houses next to it, right, and the blackberries were like untouched. I'm thinking, why aren't people coming down here? Like, I know not everybody wants to go collecting fruit and stuff like that. I personally just enjoy it, and I know it's not everyone's thing, but I'm like, it's free food, do you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, there was just tons and tons. So I'll show you what we got. Well, also there was a really nice man as well, and we're kind of like, what, in the way of him coming. I don't know if he was going to his allotment or coming away from his allotment, but we're kind of like in his way with the dogs. And I was a bit, at first I was like, I wasn't sure if he was a bit unhappy with we like being in this bit, because I guess you don't want strangers wandering around your allotment site, you know what I mean? Like, we're like, la 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 la. He was really nice, and he came back 5 minutes later with a bag full of apples. Oh, his tree, he said his apple tree, they just fall off, and he collected them for us. He said, because he's seen we're picking blackberries. So he went back to his site, he got loads of apples, and he brought them back for when he said we could make like an apple pie or something, or a crumble. And I was like, it was just so nice. I was like, I need an allotment so I can be part of this community. So these are my potatoes that I harvested yesterday from my garden. I thought I would get more. These are Casablancas, but and that one's a bit green. I think because I did them in buckets and I didn't like have the buckets really high full of soil, and I put 3 potatoes in each one, I didn't really get that many. Well, I got loads, but they're not that big. That's what I mean to say. I wanted them, you know, for like cooking like chips and baked potatoes, or I don't know, whatever. But yeah, but that's like my little haul of potatoes, which I need to wash desperately. This is all of my rhubarb that, again, I need to wash and I need to cut. And I think for most of it, for the time being, I'm going to part boil it and or blanch it. Is it blanch it? I'm going to blanch it, pop it in the freezer until I know what I'm going to do with it. These are the apples that the man gave her. Isn't that so nice of him? The kids ate too as well. So yeah, that'll be good. So I don't need to touch them just yet. I will need to wash them. But this is all the blackberries that we got. Look. I don't know how much is in here. Bag, and this huge bag. Look at all them. There's so many. And this wasn't even like this didn't even clear the bushes. You know, when sometimes when you go blackberry picking and you feel like you need to like leave some for other people, you're like, don't take too many, make sure that there's some for like other, well, I do anyways, make sure there's some for other people, blah blah blah. No. You could have got bags and bags and bags and bags of blackberries from this place, and it wouldn't have even made a difference. There was just so many, and they were huge. I've messaged my friend. I was like, sending her voice notes and everything. I was like, we need to come here. I need to bring you here. So the potatoes, I might get a thermometer for my shed, and I might see what the temperature is like in my shed, because normally when I store potatoes on my little vegetable basket over there in the kitchen, they don't really last that long, and people are saying to store them in like a cool, dark place, and I don't know if my shed is that place. Other than that, I really don't know where else I could store them. I don't really have anywhere that I can store them, so I need to start thinking outside of the box and stop thinking of like how I can store all of this food if I wanted to grow it. The rhubarb, I'm actually thinking about making rhubarb jam. I want to use some for crumbles, but depending on how much I've got, because I mean there is a lot there. I think there's a lot anyways. I'm thinking like a rhubarb jam, and then I can make like little jam tarts. Blackberries, I want to make blackberry jam again, so well, Craig loves blackberry jam and we'll run out of it, and I've only got one more jar left of blackberry and apple jam, but he doesn't like it because it's all bitty. This one I made like a lumpy one, so I'm going to make jam. I've also got blackberries in the freezer. Jam, blackberry cordial, and I think that was it. Jam and blackberry cordial. The apples, I don't know, I wasn't expecting them. I'm actually going to end this vlog here because I feel like I've been blabbering and I need to start a fresh new week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It follows on my little journey and whatever else I get up to, because it's not just going to be, do you mind? It's Vincent. It's not just going to be gardening that I'm going to be doing. It's like other stuff as well. But yeah, I will see you in another video.